When we're working in Photoshop's motion section, we can apply more than one edit to the video we're working on. Let me import some media here, and we'll get the same video that we looked at in the previous one, which was the C. That's the original. Let's open it up. Remember, it's a little bit too long. I wanted about 15 seconds. So we can either go to the end or the start. There's not a great deal to choose between either here. So we could drag the start back until we've got around about 15 seconds of video. I think that's going to be close enough. But if I were to press play here, you're going to hear the background noise of the water. And sometimes, of course, we do get unwanted wind noise. We can mute video in Pictures-to-Exe, but we also get the opportunity here in a similar way to how we added slow motion. Let's right click the thumbnail down here, and we need to choose this option, and now we get the option to fade in and fade out the sound. Now this could be useful, and we'll come back and maybe look at this a little bit later on, but at the moment I just want to look at the volume here, because we can increase it a little bit, we can decrease it, but I think mostly we're going to want to mute it so that when we render the video we've got no sound at all, because we would prefer to use our music or maybe even a sound effect, because quite often sound effects will be recorded at a much higher quality. So now when we put the cursor back to the start and press play, we've got no sound at all. So now when we render the video, we obviously render the fact that we've trimmed it and also that we've muted the sound as well. I'm going to go back to my thumbnail here, right click and go to the sound option, because I'm going to reset my volume back. Let's just assume for a moment that on this particular occasion this video has sound that we want to use. So we wouldn't be coming into the audio section to mute the sound, we may be coming in to decide on fading the sound in or out. Now at the present time with Pictures-to-Exe we don't have a direct way of editing sound independently of the video. There is a workaround, and it's a fairly simple one, and it doesn't add any extra weight to the file size, so I'll demonstrate that in another video. But here we may want to consider fading in and out the sound to the clip of video that we've just reduced to 15 seconds. Imagine for a moment that this piece of video was a racing car going around a track quite loud, and we want 15 seconds of the car as it approaches us, passes us by, and then heads off down the track away from us. What we don't want to happen as soon as the video starts running, the moment the image starts to fade on screen or the video starts to fade on screen, is for the car sound to start very abruptly. It would just sound wrong. In those circumstances we'd want to fade the car noise in at the start over 3 or 4 seconds and out at the end, so it didn't end abruptly and start abruptly. In fact, we may even want to do that if we wanted to use the sound of the sea from a clip like this. Remember though that if you add a slow motion to any video clip, you're going to automatically lose the sound that goes with it. So I think it could be quite useful for us to right click the thumbnail, choose the sound option, and maybe I'm going to say fade this in over 4 seconds and fade it out over 4 seconds. What I think I'll do with this is I'll render this video, File, Export, Render Video. I'm going to call this my C Fade. I haven't slowed this one down, of course. This one's going to be playing at normal size, or normal speed I should say. We can place this in the same folder. Let's render it, and I'll open up Windows Explorer and we'll take a look. So let me run this C fade clip. You can see it's a little bit bigger now, 45 megabyte. Still quite large for only 15 seconds of video, but let's start it and listen carefully to the sounds. Now that looked and sounded pretty good, but I don't know if you noticed right at the end. With this clip I took off a few seconds of the front, and if I place the cursor right up here and I just press play for a moment, you'll see a little movement in the video. Whenever we press the start and stop button on our camera, even if the camera is on a tripod, we often see a little bit of movement, and I did notice just a little bit here. Let's press play and just watch for it. It's not much, but it's enough to spoil the clip a little bit. See that jump at the end? So in this particular instance, although I took a few seconds off the front, I would probably be reopening the original and taking the seconds that I need to trim off the back end, because I think I'm going to get a slightly better video. But I hope you'll agree that the fading in and out of the sound makes it sound much sweeter on the ear, and it's going to look and sound much better in your slideshow. And of course it doesn't prevent you from coming back here, right clicking and going in and making adjustments. If you think that 4 seconds wasn't enough or it was too much, you can make adjustments and then you can export the video again.